Hello everybody, and I'm going to take the time to talk about some of these new shrimp tanks that I've been starting. We've been having lots of interesting things going on in here, and look, these new tanks now have plecos. This is my long fin green dragons. They throw albinos and short fins. And so in this tank, I put a short fin green dragon. Okay, I'm back. I had to adjust my seating. Okay. Now we got the Bloody Marys in their new tank. And like I said, I've looked and I've not seen any dead shrimp, so that's a good sign. These new tanks, so everyone is adjusting just fine. So when you're setting up a new shrimp tank, the whole name of the game is to set up a tank that is going to be as conducive to shrimp breeding and shrimp happiness as possible. And in this tank, you can tell. Oh look, it looks like we might even have a baby. I'm not sure if he's old enough to have been born in here or not. But we got babies. So you want to set new shrimp tanks up to be as conducive to shrimp as possible, and once you feel like you've got that, you want to just leave it be. That's the best with shrimp. Set it up to how they like it and leave it be. That's the best thing you can do. And what I've been discovering is that good environment and time, that's what shrimp need. You can't just, add this and they'll speed up. Oh, there's a secret here. I mean, not that I've discovered. Patience and time and good, reliably steady conditions. That is the best thing you can do. And what comes into that's part of the reason why I've added these plecos. This tank somehow has a lot of snails in it. Must have been from the moss I harvested from another tank to put back in here. But some of these tanks don't have hardly any snails at all because I restarted it from the very beginning, and there's a lot of uneaten food left behind. So instead of putting snails on purpose, which is what I've done in the past, since these tanks were already safely cycled, I went ahead and added some baby plecos. And then down here on the new blue jelly tank, I've added a albino longfin pleco. Now I've noticed, like I said, I've not seen any dead shrimp. These are all molts. And I've seen lots of molts in this tank, but no dead shrimp. Plenty of shrimp in here still. And I was just looking at a nice big buried one, and I don't see it now. These guys are doing pretty good, I think. Still buried ones. I don't know if I've seen any baby ones in here yet. But it is a little weird to see a whole bunch of molts. I've been seeing that. These guys have been molting a lot ever since I put them in here. And I think these tanks, the Bloody Mary and the Blue Jelly, this is, I think, 3 weeks maybe, is when I converted these two tanks into shrimp tanks from guppy tanks or whatever they were before. There's a nice buried Bloody Mary. in this tank. There's another one right there. So the Bloody Marys should be hopping. That one's a really good one. So we'll be having new shrimpies in here like crazy before long. I'm sure of that. So let's get some more shots of these guys. See all the molts. There's a long fin albino. I'm kind of banged up right now, so I can't crawl around on the floor. So I think that's a buried female. So I'm not really able to crawl around on the floor right now and get the best shot. So I apologize for that. I'm doing the best I can. So we got some good Bloody Marys. And now the first one that we converted into a shrimp tank. This was my Rainbow Tiger Endler tank. And you can see they've got some red shrimps in here. This tank already had a long-lived resident, Pleco friend, an albino, short fin, living life. And I think this tank, I turned this into a shrimp tank probably 5 or 6 weeks ago at this point now. Looks like it's a dead piece of a dead shrimp right there. Unfortunately, it looks like we found. These guys are doing good. Everyone is happy from what I can tell. Other than the dead shrimp tail. Oh, there's a baby. We got babies in the new tank. Look at that. We got new shrimp babies. So this one is looking like it's a success. And then that means we've got one more new shrimp tank to talk about, and that is the new Green Jade. And the new Green Jade tank, we have another little long fin albino guy I found and put in here. So he's part of the cleanup guy going on in here. And as you can see, I've always liked the color that these shrimp show better on black substrate. And it's not always apparent right now, but I've seen one in here that's full of eggs. Find it. Might have been that one. I think it was. There's a pretty nice green jade shrimp right there, in my opinion. Looking for more of them, or babies. That looks like a nice buried one right there, I believe. So we got the new tanks are doing fabulous, doing great. It just takes time. There's no, like I said earlier, setting it up how they like it, keeping them fed, and keeping it the same. That's the secret to shrimp success. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Checking out my shrimp and hobby journey. Thanks again. Bye.